What's up, Immortals? It's your homeboy GM with Yu-Gi-Oh! The chapter 174. This chapter, a very peaceful one, was really much needed. It starts with Misori being jealous about the time that Tota is spending with Karen, Kirie, and Kurumaru, and she notices that there's been a change in their relationship. And Tota is a bit clueless because he wonders what happened when he was asleep, but he Karen is like, no more questions, and that's it. Nothing happened. But needless to say, Misore and Shinobu wants their time with Tota, and therefore Nanao, who happens to be second in command, grants him a day off to go on a date with both of these girls. As much as I love these three characters, I was so happy that for once the story wouldn't revolve around Tota and either Kirie, Kurumaru, or Karen. Tota realizes that Shinobu and Misori grew up a little bit. Misori decides to grab Shinobu's breast that has grown a little bit as well. At the same time, Tota realizes that they keep on growing, not just physically, but in life as well. And after that, Tota is reunited with his friends that he grew up with on the countryside. And obviously, on a physical level, you could see that those guys grew up a lot compared to him. I mean, obviously, Tota cannot grow anymore since he is an immortal vampire. While his friends are obviously jealous that Tota is taking two girls on a date, I love this moment because it is so, uh, you know, it is a perfect picture of boyhood, having fun, punching each other, and all that. Um, and I love how they are catching up of what's going on in their lives. And Tota is in real admiration of his friends because they all have dreams, becoming a diplomat, a singer, a writer, a chef. And Tota, for him, for a guy who is just good at fighting, like he says, I feel like a part of him wish he had that type of dream because I feel like Tota wish he still had his humanity because he would have been able to grow up and die as an old man, but at least living any type of dream that he wants alongside his friends. I was really pleased to learn that Yukimi gives news of Tota to his friends and about all of the great accomplishments that he has been doing. It was really priceless because I feel like Tota needed to learn that as a motivation of why he is doing all the things that he is doing right now. I have to say that the part where Tota says to his friends that he might not come back until a year because he has to go to space and to save the entire solar system and all that, that was gut wrenching a little bit, because we know that there's a strong chance that he might not come back. They continue to go on a date, and there's the part where Mizore and Tota are left alone. And again, Mizore really, trying to flirt with Tota, but Tota is really uneasy about her approach, which is fascinating if you ask me, because anybody else, like, let's go Iron Plan, I don't care. He's all for it. But Mizore, that's another story. But despite her flirty attitude, she brings up some important points about a way to save the world. And Tota mentions that Yada Bao's way is to put humanity to sleep, to cease all suffering. And of course, he's not okay with that because he mentions that everybody he met in his life are walking on the right path. They're walking towards their dream, their ambitions to make the world a better place, to pursue their dreams and all that. And for him, he values all those dreams, those paths. And for him, it is his job to protect them. And Misori mentions that, the way to save the world, the way to save mankind is through economic development and technological revolution. And truth be told, yes, she is right because humanity has advanced with those two aspects, which is why Misore insists that Tota and her get married because he would instantly be the heir of the Yukihiro conglomerate. And this company is worth billions of dollars. And yes, Toda could use their resources to somehow advance humanity and protect it at the same time. But against a threat like Yada Baho, that is a threat throughout the entire solar system, it's not enough. Tota still declines her offer, but this one still manages to steal a kiss from him. What I love about Misore, her presence, her confidence, like it's straight up Ayaka Yukihiro, her great grandmother. I love how this attitude really translated very well into her as a character of this story. And it's really beautiful to see, despite this flirty attitude, she's really mature for her age. The date continues with Shinobu this time. With Shinobu, the ending of the date was more dramatic, emotional, more serious, and very heartfelt. We also learn a little bit more about her. Apparently, she ran away from home and she doesn't get along well with her adoptive parents. So her real parents, either they died or I don't know, maybe she was born adopted. I don't know. What I was very surprised about Shinobu was how, beyond her shy exterior, she doesn't have a lot of self confidence, and seeing Tota always believing in her, that boosts her self confidence a little bit. And seeing all those amazing people around her, that brought her down a little bit because she thought that she could never keep up with them. And I love how Tota decides to cheer her up by saying that, hey, everything about me is fake. My powers are borrowed, my abilities are borrowed, my strength is borrowed. I had fake memories, and I don't have exactly a genuine childhood. And look at that way, it is pretty much true. And the reason why Tota is always trying to do his best is because, like that, he won't look lame next to these amazing people around him. And it's really profound, just realizing that, you think of him as a happy go lucky fool sometimes, or most of the time, but in reality, he envies pretty much everybody else around him. And that is pretty much why he thinks everybody around him is amazing because these people, at least, they weren't clone projects, they are their own persons. And I think that Tota envies that a lot because he was just born, no, created uh, out of someone's blood. Nevertheless, no. Nevertheless, Shinobu is really confident. No, Nevertheless, Shinobu is really confident about going to school, doing some studies, having a license, and trying her best to be part of the crew of the Mayflower, the ship that she wants to be part of. And that's why she asks Tota for some courage, aka a kiss. And of course, he agrees and they kiss. That moment, that kiss between Shinobu and Tota, if you are familiar with Final Fantasy 13, it reminded me of that kiss that Sarah and Snow shared. So it was really such a passionate, beautiful, and emotional kiss. I really love that scene. The ending of the chapter really left a painful mark in my heart. You get Tota and Shinobu vowing to do the same studies together and trying to be part of the same ship, the Mayflower. And you got Tota at the end of the chapter, that last page, saying, and I quote, but this ended up being the last time I'd ever really talked to them. That was such a dramatic ending. Ending the chapter like that, it was beautifully orchestrated because it was so heartfelt. Tota is saying goodbye because he knows he's not gonna come back. He might not come back, but I get a feeling that he has a certainty that he won't come back. And wow, like this was a chapter that was needed to be made. And I feel like this goodbye is also not only to his friends, but to us, the readers. I feel like the author is using Tota to tell us goodbye, because after this series, he's probably done. And honestly, I hope that the chapters that I'll be writing for my own manga project will be as beautiful as this chapter. Yes, people, I am writing a manga. It is called Earth Angel. The link is down below. Check it out, support the project, share the link with your friends. Any help is appreciated, and the quicker we get the funds to produce chapter 1, the sooner this chapter can be released to all of you guys. So any help is appreciated. Thank you so much. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for watching this review. Comment, rate, subscribe, share this video, much appreciated, and I'll catch you guys next month. So in the meantime, please do me a favor for your homeboy. Take care of yourselves. See ya!